I'm Trooper James Mason. I'm stationed at the Mercer Station, which is in the northwest part of the state. I've been a state trooper for a little over 18 years now. Mercer County is a pretty rural county, although we get a lot of traffic because Interstate 80 runs through it and Interstate 79. I was dispatched to look for a subject. I ultimately found him along the interstate, conducted a traffic stop. He pulled over, had a brief conversation with him, at which time he fled. I initiated a pursuit, and we're on a county road. My main concern was just getting it to stop, because I didn't want him to hurt anybody. So when I did the rolling roadblock, I was hoping we would just slow down and it would come to a happy ending. But once I tried to block him in and our vehicles made contact and I lost control, it happened so quick. I could just remember going across the road and seeing there's a barn and some telephone poles and just remembered, oh, here it comes, and you sort of realize it's probably not going to be a good outcome. When I came to after the accident, the other troopers were working on extricating me from the vehicle. I didn't really remember, but when the pursuit started after I conducted the traffic stop, I obviously put my seatbelt back on. Because my seatbelt was on, I had some minor cuts and scrapes and was pretty sore for a couple days afterwards. Ultimately discovered that I had torn my rotator cuff. You can't predict what a car is going to do in an accident. I mean, certainly I would have never guessed that, the car, I think we counted at least 4 or 5 times that it rolled and flipped. So, I mean, obviously, if you're wearing your seatbelt, no matter what happens, you're going to be protected. Putting the seatbelt on doesn't really take a lot of effort, and like I said, I don't even remember putting mine on, but it's just a force of habit that I put it on. So to not wear it, I think, is sort of silly because you don't know what's going to happen, especially in police work. You could be on your way back to the station, in I'm going home mode, and next thing you know, you're involved in a pursuit at high speed, and you don't have a lot of time to think about it. So if you're just in the habit of putting your seatbelt on, then it just comes naturally. My recommendation to everybody that sees this video is to obviously wear your seatbelt. I had no idea that I was going to be involved in a serious accident that day. Luckily, I put it on out of force of habit, and if I didn't when the pursuit started, there's a lot going on between radio traffic, other units getting involved. Who knows if I would have thought about putting it on if it wasn't something that I always do. That was the first thing I did before I even put the car in gear to get involved in the pursuit, and I'm fairly certain it saved my life. So I would recommend, especially law enforcement, that you have to wear your seatbelt. It's sort of silly if you don't. Watch the video and you'll see that it definitely helps.